October 2017. I initially came in on a fixed term contract, and that was to cover the ER manager role. And then when the ER manager returned, I moved into the training team and spent some time as training manager. And then into September 2019, the opportunity came up for a promotion for head of people services. So I took the opportunity, went for it, and here I am today. I'm really at the start of my menopause journey. I'm having some of probably the most recognised symptoms, so hot flushes, night sweats, but probably the thing that's the most difficult at the moment is the poor quality of sleep. And I'm guessing that's hormonal. I'm trying to do try different things that will kind of reduce the night sweats and minimize the hot flushes. But I do find some days I'm incredibly tired. So I'm just trying lots of different things at the moment to try and improve those symptoms. I think it's really important to have conversations in the workplace, not just about menopause, but a whole variety of things that actually some people can find really difficult to talk about. So I guess I'm quite open, and I don't find it too hard to talk about it. If you ask my team, they might say I talk about it a bit too much, to be honest. But for me, it's not about forcing people to talk about things that they don't want to talk about. But it's about sending out the message, whether you're a manager, whether you're in a team, that actually you're open to having those conversations and that you are there to listen if someone else wants to talk about it. Advice. Well, I'm not sure. Sometimes I'm not sure if I'm far enough in the journey to give advice, actually. But one thing I will tell you, actually, is that I've taken the decision actually in the last few days that I'm going to book an appointment with my GP and I'm going to go and talk to my GP about it. So I've been really hesitant from doing that for the simple reason that I kind of feel that compared to a lot of other women, my symptoms are quite mild. Some women have really debilitating symptoms and really struggle to get through the day. But actually, after talking to some of my friends who are going through it and actually asking the question on our 4th app group, I actually thought to myself, but what if I could feel better? What if I could feel more energized? What if I could get better sleep? So actually, I have taken the decision to go and talk to my GP, just really to see what they say, what advice, and whether there's anything else I can do or they can do just to kind of help me through that journey. Actually, I wouldn't suggest approaching people necessarily directly. We don't want people to start asking all women who appear to be a certain age whether they're menopausal. For me, it's about creating the environment at work where people feel there is someone they can talk to, whether that's to ask for help, to get advice, or actually just someone to listen. And whether that's their line manager, whether that's a colleague, whether that's joining our menopause group on the 4th app. I think what's really important is just making sure you know and your teams know what help is available and creating the environment where someone feels comfortable enough to talk to you. The other thing I would say is take notice of people. And what I mean by that is if you see someone in your team or who works for you that isn't their normal self, find the opportunity just to ask them if they're okay. You don't have to be a menopause expert to help somebody. We've got some really great resources on the 4th app that you can simply direct people to. And actually, some people just want you to listen. They don't need you to come up with all the answers. So that's the advice I would give. So on the 4th app, we have under our policy and FAQ section, we have some really good menopause FAQs. So if you haven't seen them, I suggest people familiarize themselves. You don't have to be going through the menopause yourself, but you will probably know somebody at some point that is. We've also created a group called Hot Flushes. which again is open for anybody to join, and it's a safe environment where people can ask questions. They can talk to other colleagues who have either been through it or are going through it themselves, and it's just a nice forum if people don't necessarily want to talk to the people directly that they work with. So they're the two main things we've currently got on the 4th app, but we will be looking to expand those as we move forward into the coming months and years.